we've got some springs, the slack adjuster, everything's held together here. This is your emergency brake mechanism. It's held in by a C-clip over here. I'm not actually going to take that out because I, well, don't need to. It's nice and free and it'll serve the purpose of you understanding. I'm just going to leave that hang. Okay, slack adjuster. Actually, yeah, there we go. It was a little seized in the seat because it has never turned. Not a big problem. You'd want to clean this up. I'm just going to do this quick and dirty since I'm going to be going back in here pretty soon. Okay, so now it's free to move around. How the slack adjuster works is pretty simple. This arm will ratchet this star wheel, and that will turn this out of this, and I will take it right out actually, so just so you can see it. As you see, there's quite a bit of range of adjustability. So that's one side, that's your star wheel, that's the other side. It's free to move around here, it's threaded there. Thread this in. Nope. For reinstalling, thread it down all the way to the bottom. That way you don't have to fight with it too much. Okay. Now that everything's apart, I am actually going to go pull the spring off of the other side so I can make this work. So here's the spring from the other side, as you can see, ugly and rusty. Now, you see they are wound differently. They are opposites of each other. One side goes on one side, the other goes on the other side. Pretty straightforward. Let's kind of start piecing this brake system back together. So that went there, and I'm just going to kind of set things in place here. Okay, grab your pin, slide it through from the back, grab your retainer, press it down, turn the pin 90 degrees, and I have the pliers in the way. Okay, let's do that again. Turn the pin, locked in place. Now that shoe is secured. Take the second pin, same thing, slide it in from the back, slide it through the shoe. Retainer goes over top. Turn the pin 90, there we go, it's locked in. Okay. Now, slack adjuster. This here, this here, this here. All of that is required for it to work. So we'll install this. It's your star wheel. Your brake, emergency brake, actually pushes against this side here, and it spreads the shoes out when you apply it. That's just how it works. You saw that arm. I'll go into more detail when I do a full brake job on this thing, when I fix everything that I found just now. So install that. I'm going to spread it open so that it will, well, fit, if I can. go. Okay, well, that's good enough. This simply slides into the shoe. It actually goes behind the slack adjuster to hold it in place, like that. The spring, pretty simple, latches here. Well, it's going to be blurry, you won't be able to see, but I'll take it out. The spring latches on here like that. That puts downward pressure on it, and then it simply goes into a hole in this front shoe to pull it down. And again, we take our side cutters, because it's nice and easy to grab the spring with the side cutters. Stretch it down, slide it in, there we go. Now the slack adjuster is actually able to adjust the star wheel. So, we take a look at this, and this is what I was talking about. They had this spring on this side. You see how the flat part is on the bottom? That will interfere with your slack adjuster arm. You use the other spring, because when you install it, the flat part is on the top, allowing free movement of the slack adjuster arm. So we install this spring back into its home here. Oh. It's a really tight fit in here because of this hub assembly. It's nice on rear-wheel drive cars because you don't have that in the way usually. Okay. Slide that spring in there. Push it in, there we go. Everything's seated. Everything's free to move and adjust like it should be. Nothing is binding. So, the drum. Slide that back on. Okay, so you want just a little bit of drag. I actually have it basically where I want it. The automatic slack adjuster will take care of the rest of the play. Usually it adjusts when you go in reverse, apply your brake hard, and stuff ratchets. So that's basically all there is to it. That was just a quick brake check. We are going to go back into this, and I will make a video of that, of how to do a full disassemble, clean, show you all the new parts, and put it back together. It's basically the same thing, but cleaner. Okay, that's all for now.